PreCure Yum Yum is finally appearing in March. Hello everyone, it's Leo, and today we're going to check out the episode titles from episodes 5 to 8 from Delicious Party PreCure, and Cure Yum Yum is appearing on episode 7. Ran is finally gonna stop suffering. Girl, this is a meme of this season already. She's finally gonna be able to enjoy her food, even though she was already able to enjoy her food in episode 4. She's gonna be able to do that. And in episode 7, she is going to become Cure Yum Yum finally. So one of the things that Delicious Party PreCure is doing is that they are spacing out the debuts of the Cures. So we have 2 more episodes to go before Ran joins the party. So let's talk about the episode titles. We've already seen the preview for episode 5, which is called I Want to Get Close to Them, Kokone's First Friends. And we also have the summary for this episode, which goes like this. Rosemary is worried that Kokone is avoiding them, and Kokone is confused about how to interact with her friends. Yui invites them on an outing and decides to cook and eat lunch together. One of the things that we already know about this episode is that Rosemary is going to go to Pretty Holic. So Pretty Holic is actually going to appear in this show finally. Pretty Holic is originally from Tropical-Rouge PreCure, and it's going to appear in Delicious Party as well. And we know, based on the opening and also from episode 3 or 2, I don't remember now, that Kokone really likes going to Pretty Holic. Kokone is very fashionable and she really likes makeup, and Rosemary likes makeup as well. So this is going to be a great opportunity for them to bond. And it's very interesting that Yui had an episode with Rosemary, which was episode 2, and now Kokone is going to have her episode with Rosemary as well, even though Yui is going to play a big part on this. I'm really liking this dynamic because it feels like everybody's going to interact with everybody and they're taking their time to do that. So I'm really liking this. So episode 5, this is the episode that's making me the most excited. Honestly, I'm very excited. My 2 favorites, Kokone and Rosemary together. Girl, I'm freaking out. And before I continue, I forgot to say this before, but I just want to give out a big thank you to Hibiki, who translated those episode titles for us. Hibiki, thank you very, very much for them. Now let's go to episode 6. Episode 6 is called School, Monster, Big Panic, Target, Fried Shrimp. So this episode is probably going to have Gentelu attacking the school, and the food of that week is probably going to be fried shrimp. And one of the things that is that, as we know, Cure Yum Yum is going to debut in episode 7. And if we go by what happened with Kokone, who debuted in episode 4, she is going to be introduced. Kokone was introduced to the concept of PreCure in episode 3, one episode before her debut. And I believe they might do the same with Ran. So we've seen Ran appearing in the school in episode 4. She's probably going to keep on appearing. She's appeared in every episode so far. All of them did. And she's probably going to appear in episode 6. And I believe, this is me theorizing, that in this episode she is going to see and she is going to interact with the PreCures for the first time. And this is based on the title. I think this episode is going to be a very, very funny one, because just judging how the title is written, I'm just very excited. And I think that this is going to be her introduction to the PreCure universe, because she's already introduced in the series itself and Yui already knows her, but she doesn't know about the concept of PreCure. I don't think they're going to do that on episode 5, even though she's probably going to appear on episode 5. I think they're going to do that on episode 6. And episode 6 is probably not only going to be focused on Ran, because like episode 3 was focused on so many things. It was one episode before Kokone's debut. We had a focus on Kome, we had a focus on Pam Pam, we had a focus on Kokone herself. So there was a lot happening in episode 3. I believe episode 6 might be like this as well. And episode 7 is obviously her time to shine. Episode 7 is called Hot Passion, Shining Cure Yum Yum. So in this episode, Cure Yum Yum is joining the group. We're going to see her transformation. We are going to see her attacking and everything else. I'm very, very excited. One of the things I really like about this, about Yum Yum in general, is how serious she looks. If you compare her to Ran, she seems very different because every time we see Yum Yum in the opening and everything, she's very serious and she's focused on what she is doing. So I wonder if we're gonna see this big shift of personality like we saw with Cure Papaya in Tropical-Rouge. Let's see if this is gonna happen with Yum Yum as well. I'm very, very excited for this. So Yum Yum finally joining the team. The team is going to be fully assembled in episode 7, even though we know we are going to have a mid-season cure in this as well. And episode 8 is called Shuririn Graduation Trip Around Oishina Town. So this is obviously me again making my conjectures and my theories. So we had Kokone joining in episode 4, and episode 5 is going to be an episode of Kokone bonding with Rosemary. Yui had her episode with Rosemary, which was episode 2. Kokone is going to have her episode with Rosemary, which is going to be episode 5. And maybe Ran will have her episode with Rosemary as well, which might be episode 8. There is another thing though. Kokone is a character that so far is hard on making friends. So I wonder if they're going to try and do something a little bit special when it comes to Ran joining the team. Like, how is Kokone going to handle that? How is Kokone going to interact with Ran? How their relationship is going to be. I am curious about that, and this just makes me very excited because so far I think that one of the highest points of Delicious Party is how they're dealing with their characters. I'm really enjoying all of them, especially the mascots. Oh, and I forgot to talk about Men because we saw Pum Pum being born in episode 3, actually waking up in episode 3. She was already born. She was just sleeping. She woke up in episode 3 and she had her moment with Kokone in episode 3 as well. So I believe we might see Men at the end of episode 5, and then on episode 6 we might see Men maybe watching and seeing them for the first time, and in episode 7 they connect and Cure Yum Yum is born. So I believe that we might see something like that for Men, just like we saw for Pum Pum. So Pum Pum had episodes 3 and 4, and Men might have 6 and 7. We don't know. One of the things, as I said, I'm gonna be redundant here, but I'm really liking how they're dealing with the characters. And I think that Delicious Party is being, so far, able to work with so much at the same time. There are so many interesting things going on. There are so many interesting characters appearing. And they're throwing hints here and there for the story, the bigger story of Delicious Party as well. So I think there is still a lot to happen, and I think they're doing it very well. So I believe they're going to keep on bringing us this amazing development, and Yum Yum being born in episode 7 is something that is making me very excited because we are going to have time to watch Kokone blossom in episode 5, and then in episode 6 we're going to see something else. I don't think episode 6 is going to be a Kokone episode, as episode 3 was not a Yui episode, even though Yui is always in center of everything because she is the lead character of Delicious, and that's more or less what I am feeling for those episodes. And I'm very excited for all of them, but honestly, I'm most excited for 5 because Kokone and Rosemary together, girl, and we're going to see Pretty Holic too. I'm very curious to see how Pretty Holic is going to be in Delicious Party because I loved Pretty Holic in Tropical-Rouge. I really loved that place. It was very cool, and I hope they go a lot to Pretty Holic in Delicious as well. Are you excited for Yum Yum's debut? Are you excited for the March episodes of Delicious Party? I hope you are because I think we're going to enter a very interesting month for this season of PreCure. How are you feeling about it? Anyways, guys, I just want to give a big shout out to Hibiki who translated the episodes. Thank you very much, Hibiki. And a special thank you to the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. Thank you so much for making this dream possible. I am very, very thankful and glad that I have you here with me. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.